Utah is home to some of the best healthcare in the country, and we owe much of the credit to the tenacity and vision of two Catholic sisters and a Catholic bishop. Today we are celebrating a legacy that began 150 years ago in Salt Lake City, and what an amazing story it is.
In 1875, June of 1875, two Holy Cross sisters dressed in their full black robes rode the train, rode a stagecoach, and ended up here in Salt Lake City, Utah at the request of Bishop Lawrence Scanlon. And he had called them out here to help build schools. But as they traveled around through the various mining camps here in Utah to raise money for the schools, they heard from the miners that what they really needed too was a hospital. And so their mission changed slightly. Sister Raymond was an immigrant from Ireland. Sister Augusta was an immigrant from the East. Over the course of the next 150 years, they did amazing things. They built schools, they built hospitals, they really interacted with pretty much every major figure in the state of Utah and influenced pretty much every major institution in the state.
Fast forward to the sesquicentennial of the sisters' arrival in Utah, and look at the legacy they began. The sisters' original 13-bed hospital, built in a home on 5th East, was soon way too small, and a new hospital was built on the current site of Holy Cross Salt Lake.
When they started a hospital here in 1875 and then came to this location in 1882, soon after they started their own school of nursing and trained many, many, many nurses here in the state of Utah, both regarding the skills of the profession, but also the compassion of the profession.
My name is Ramona Price. I've been a nurse since 1949. I loved it. I loved the nuns. I loved the doctors there.
And this chapel where you're interviewing me right now, built in 1904, has a special place in my heart because childbirth is a wonderful thing, but it's also a frightening thing. And the births of each of our children had their own unique and difficult stories associated with it. And I came to this place, this small chapel built over 100 years ago, to find peace and solitude in the middle of all of that craziness. And that's another gift the Holy Cross Sisters and Holy Cross Hospital brought to all of us. So the Holy Cross Sisters sold their hospitals in the early 1990s, and they left, although they established a local nonprofit to continue their ministry. But in many ways, I don't think they ever left. You know, their spirit has always been here. I think the combination of the compassion of the Holy Cross Sisters and the mission of kindness of common spirit will be a gift to the entire state of Utah and will benefit all of us as we go about living our lives in this wonderful place.
When Common Spirit, which is the largest Catholic hospital system in the country, decided to purchase the 5 hospitals in Utah in 2023, it was natural to pay tribute to this legacy of compassion and service by bringing back the Holy Cross name. Our mission aligns very closely to the mission of the Sisters of Holy Cross. We are committed to making care available to all, regardless of their ability to pay, through offering financial assistance to those who don't have the means to pay for care. And we are excited to partner with generous members of our community who have means to lend philanthropic support to our hospitals. One of the most immediate needs is an effort to preserve and restore the historic chapel on this campus, which sustained significant damage in the 2020 earthquake.
It presented some challenges for us, and so there were periods of dormancy. The stewardship was still there. We had a responsibility, but we didn't seem to have the tools or means or circumstances to really honor that stewardship. So at some point in time, we were so pleased. In fact, it was one of the happier days of my past few years when I learned that Common Spirit had acquired this hospital, and that they had some of the same feelings that I had had, and that they were willing to talk about sharing or assuming that stewardship that had always been there.
I've had the opportunity to work at Holy Cross Hospital Salt Lake for 25 years. Each day as I walk into the facility, I'm filled with a bit of reverence, thinking about the history that has taken place here over the past 150 years. I think about all the first hellos as babies have been born, and all those final goodbyes, and all the amazing stories in between. People who have received life-saving care, who have got a new lease on life after a much-needed surgery. What I've felt the most is the spirit of love and compassion. As I look into my team members here, I see in their faces an earnest and genuine desire to help, give hope, and heal. This isn't just a job, it's a calling.
While we celebrate, the best way we can honor this legacy is to approach the future with the same passion for excellence, innovative spirit, and heartfelt human kindness that was demonstrated by the sisters beginning 150 years ago. We are proud of our heritage of caring for generations of Utahns and look forward to that privilege well into the future. Please join us in celebrating the grit and greatness of Sisters Raymond and Augusta and the courage and compassion embraced by the thousands of healthcare heroes who have followed in their footsteps. While technology, buildings, and even our attire has changed dramatically over the years, one thing hasn't changed: our commitment to caring for each other.